As Rocket League players, one of the most important things that we need to be able to do is recognize when space is available to us on the field. Not only when we're directly on the ball, but when we're off the ball as well. So in today's video, we'll be discussing exactly how you can recognize the space that's available to you, and how you can utilize that space to win more games and rank up more easily. And real quick before we do get started, if any of you are interested in having one of your own replays analyzed, make sure you do check out my Discord, which will be linked down in the description, as I do offer free coaching through there. Okay, so first things first right here, I want to know what your thought process is as you're approaching the ball, because obviously you try to shoot this. I want to know what exactly you're thinking about though as you make this decision to shoot the ball.
Well, I saw that they were kind of awkward before, and I was like, I'll just try to take a shot or maybe fake it if I didn't think that they weren't gonna reach the ball.
So what I would caution you on, because this looks like really juicy, right? Like, we've all been in this position where we see a ball in this kind of spot and we're like, oh, okay, this is shootable, I'll go take a shot. The thing I always want to caution players on is this goal, us scoring a goal, is not the main objective we want to focus on. The main objective that we want to focus on at all times is making sure that we do not give up any possible counterattack opportunities going the other way. So when we come in for challenges like this, we kind of need to assess the entire situation as we move forward to recognize if there's actually an opportunity or if we need to just play for possession and play for time. So looking at this, number one, we look at Voltic, nobody cares. He's facing this way, they're not involved in this at all. This is the concern. Because number one, we have our teammate right here on fairly low boost, so they're going to take a while to get out of here. Number two, the other opponent is right there, and we currently can't tell exactly where his car is facing. I think he's facing forwards towards this ball, so it's highly likely that he's going to come in for a challenge. With that in mind, we don't want to make a play here that could result in the ball just getting hard 50 directly into our half, because if we do that, we're going to be out of the play for a while because we're going to be landing over here somewhere or something like that. And our teammate's going to be trying desperately to get back on low boost while the opponents are able to move out on a counterattack. So if we see a bunch of traffic in the net, there's nothing wrong with just taking the open space over here and just playing the ball this way and keeping this boost going up the wall. And now what we can do is allow teammate time to rotate, grab pads, and come back into the midfield. And now we maintain offensive pressure instead of trying to rush the opportunity that's not really that great of a chance anyway, and having it just get hard blocked like this. Chilling back, and we got caught off guard by this. Okay. So I'm imagining you move forward here because you think your teammate's gonna have a block. So these are tough because obviously we want to have the faith in our teammate that yes, they're going to be able to get this 50. What I always say is don't play for best case scenario. Because 95% of the time, best case scenario is not what's gonna happen. And you're just going to end up being out of position because you're playing for something that's not likely to occur. So, you're in a fine spot right here. Because, at best, this is a 50, I don't want to go anywhere too far. I don't want to keep lingering up the field until I see exactly what happens. So, I'm probably just going to wait in, this area right here. And just chill. Because then when this happens, oh, it's fine. We have that covered. If teammate does win, maybe we're a little bit slow moving up, but again, we want to play with that defensive mind, because as long as we keep our own net clean, it doesn't really matter. Obviously, we don't want to be too passive, but especially in that kind of situation where your teammate's just kind of diving forward, we want to be very careful about how far we move upfield, because we don't want to be caught out if they were to lose. Because this is just a free goal for your opponent, simply because we didn't play to defend the possibility that our teammate doesn't get a block there. Yeah, so here's a good example. And this doesn't look like anything because they're just, banging it off the wall and then playing it downfield. But look at your movement right here. You're facing towards the wall. And then when this clear happens, you now start to widen out. We want to widen out a bit earlier because at the time that he goes across, I doubt you're thinking that Voltic is going to be on the wall. This looks like it's just going to be Lynch here playing the ball to the wall, and either they're going to just bounce it off the wall, they might double it, they might pinch it down the wall. Something's going to happen along the wall. But with that in mind, we don't really want to get that close to the wall, because the closer we get to the wall, if the ball bounces off, it's going to be really awkward for us to play out off of. So right now, we should already be starting to widen out. Just a little bit, back to over here. And now be, facing this way, kind of, so that if this ball bounces off, we can immediately turn. If it doesn't bounce off and it gets pinched on the wall, now we can just continue on our merry way with a bit more space. But you can see you're still super close. You don't have an angle to play this ball. Your teammate's not quite back yet. If you were here, this is now fine. Like, you can easily just come in and challenge this right away. Your teammate should hopefully see that you're in front of this the whole time, which is fine. Your teammate should just keep playing second since you're kind of just on this ball. But yeah, instead you have this awkward position where, because you were so awkward coming back, now your teammate just cuts in front of you because you don't have a good angle to play from, and now it just makes this really weird. So just be careful of the angles that you take around the field. The wider you are, the easier it's going to be for you to play the ball. It's a very hard thing to learn, though. It's a skill that takes a lot of time to, like, slowly learn exactly how to do it. And there's really no magic way to be like, oh, this is how you do it in this such and such situation. It really is just all about feel. Just, you know where you want to be. Like, you know you want to be able to have your car in a position where it can challenge the ball the second you want to be able to. So now you just have to kind of feel out where it is on each specific play that you need to position your car to be able to get what you want out of it. Then we go right back to panic, unfortunately. Like, we have that one really, really great play, and now we immediately go back to putting ourselves in a bad spot, and it... Oh, yeah, immediately results in a goal. So, number one, be careful of panicking off these kickoffs. If you can't read this, which, in your defense, most players can't read this bounce. In fact, even at the GC2 level, players still miss this all the time. So, this is super dangerous. Don't even try. If you can't get this ball, it's not even worth trying for. If it was bouncing forward into your opponent's half, then there might be a little bit more, viability in you actually trying for it. But since it's bouncing back, like, behind you, that's super awkward. I would just turn back and be ready to defend the bounce off the wall, just in case a shot is coming in from your opponent. So instead of, doing this, I probably wouldn't have even turned towards the wall. I would have just turned back this way and been over here. Because now if Lynch shoots this, I have the net covered because I'm here. It's going to be a hard shot to save if he gets the touch he wants because it's going to be fast. But if you do get scored on in this position, this is more on your teammate for launching the ball to the side wall off the kickoff and leaving you in a terrible, terrible spot. But we at least want to give ourselves a chance. This gives us a chance. This, not so much. Just be aware that if the ball is going too fast for you to actually figure out where you need to be to jump, just give yourself that space. And make sure you keep your net covered. Because then when this happens, you can go, oh, okay, and now you'd actually have a free ball. But instead, you're still all the way over here, and now you have to chase the ball across. So just be aware that, again, that spacing is huge. Now, in this play, I think we just eyeballed that corner boost too much. So, this all happens, yada, yada, yada. We jump. We realize we can't get it. At this point, can you see where this guy is? Yes. So you can see this guy all the way out there. So not a threat yet. They still have to work all the way back up the field. That's the only player you really care about because the other guy is going to be, over there somewhere. So with that in mind, don't just force that corner boost. You don't need it. And again, it's just going to put you in a really awkward spot. So instead of doing that, just go here, 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 get these 3 pads, go to like this area here, and then if they try to go around the wall, you can just drive up. If they try to go straight into the air, you can jump from here. Like, you have options from that position. And let's look at how much easier this play gets if you maintain this solid spacing. So, you'd probably be around here, probably about the same spot. We could slow down around now to see what he's going to do. Oh, he goes to the wall. We drive up. We have the challenge. Easy, because we're behind the ball the whole time. So now, because we're facing towards the ball, when the opportunity presents itself for us to go, we can just go. The problem is we get the ball over our shoulder like this, which is really freaking hard to deal with. You don't need to play for this boost. This is really, really tempting. But in these kinds of positions, we need to have the discipline to just grab what we need to be able to make a play while maintaining a solid position on the field. Because if we do that, it doesn't matter if we only have like 20 boosts if we can make a play on the ball. Good speed there, that's fine. Obviously, ideally, we'd like to get this ball around this guy. Again, I think you can just play space. He's here. Go that way. Don't try to go this way, because he's going to try to block this area. So don't play into the direction they are. It's going to be really difficult for him to cover all the way over here. So just take the wall. Just don't try to do too much. Recognize that Voltic is like the only thing he's going to expect you to do is clear this ball downfield. So try to do the unexpected play and take the space. If space is available, don't try to force it through an opponent. Take the space, because if you play to wall here, he is gone. The ball is just like rolling up the wall. Even if it bounces off, like your teammate should still be here to play off of it. Or you can even like turn back and go for it again. But ideally, we roll it up the wall, we follow it up, and then even though we're in pretty low boost, we either stay close and like try to get the mid boost over here if it's there, or we just kind of stay behind the ball and work it slowly down the field instead of trying to force it like this. Oh, unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, we all have these. I think you just don't prep yourself for the shot well enough. Number one, I think it's really important for you to recognize the position the opponents are in as you're going for this. And I say that looking at Voltic, who somehow, some way, and look at this, he is backwards. He is facing this way. And I think he's about to just drive backwards all the way through here. Maybe he like backflips or something, but he's still backwards. Nope, he's just driving backwards. He is literally just, there's the half flip. There it is. Okay, now he's going. Try to be aware of that, because that will tell you that you have a bit more time. Because, oh boy, Voltic has gotten himself in a pickle there. You just don't line yourself up for this well enough then. You take too narrow a path. We should be recognizing that the ball is going to bounce and getting out to around here. Because from here, we can actually be behind the ball and shoot it. And if we're here, this is a goal. This is easy. But again, we make things a lot harder because we're attacking it from this angle. So instead of being able to put our full car behind it and just take one solid shot, we gotta go for this awkward like side flip thing where it's just really difficult to generate power. So this would be fine if you're concerned that like a defender's coming to challenge you. But if you recognize that Voltic has literally ruined his entire rotation, take the space and once again, and play for the good shot. This is all about recognizing the space you have to work with and making sure you utilize it to its full potential. This is fine. Nicely done. And again, so this is exactly how we play for, like, not best case scenario. This is what we would have wanted to do early in the game, where we're far enough back where even if a powerful touch comes out, we're able to turn around. And now you give yourself a good angle to play from. You don't stay directly under the ball. You recognize when they're off of it. You jump up, you take it away. Free clear to the corner. Once again, very nicely done. And then we follow it up once again with a panic play. So we do really well. And then we dive at a ball that we don't need to. Like right now, it's a little difficult to tell exactly how far away he is. Just because like he's around the midfield line somewhere, but I don't know exactly where. I think he's just on his side of the field still. The thing we always consider with these is you're closer right now, like physically, you are closer to this ball, and that's fairly obvious. But the problem, and I think the thing that a lot of players don't think about, is that the ball is bouncing that way. So even while you're chasing full speed, if he's also chasing full speed, the ball is working its way towards him. Be aware of that. If the ball is bouncing towards your opponent, more than likely they're going to beat you. Just because, you know, that's just the nature of things. I would just make the assumption that if the ball is bouncing away from you, you're probably beat, unless you are like 100% sure. And if you're not 100% sure, you just do the drive challenge, let him hit it, no problem, we go back. And now we're fine. Teammate jumps, we're behind, we're chilling, everything's all well and good. Instead of us still being upfield where we can't do anything, because now we end up in this situation where both of us are technically in front of the ball, albeit for a brief time. But when you get your team in a position like this where both of your players are in front of the ball, it means that nobody on your team can play it. There's nobody available on your team to play this ball, so it's just free for the opponent. So we need to remove this kind of position from our game at all times. Like if we're ever in a spot where both of our players are ahead of the ball, we are going to be in a world of trouble. Yeah, I mean, the ball just gets away. I don't think you need to use boost here. This is like one of those where you don't have a clean outplay, but like on this one, he's already attacking the ball as you get close to it, so there's really no opportunity for an outplay here. So this is one where you definitely just keep the ball as close as possible and force the 50. And hope for the best. Yeah, and then hopefully teammates not poorly positioned in net, because that's a bit rough. But yeah, we definitely could have taken a better 50 there and not tried to go for the outplay in that position.
Yeah, because I did dodge the corner boost so he could get it.
Yeah, realistically, I think you can also just grab this boost. It's hard to see because like you're not really paying attention to your teammate, but he has a ton of boost. He has like still over half a tank. Yeah, he has plenty. You're good. You can go take that boost, and realistically, he absolutely should not be moving out into this corner. Like, he's in a good spot, but again, talking about like what direction the car is facing, his car is physically in a good spot, but the positioning of it is terrible because it's just facing the wrong direction. But yeah, 100% I would take this boost, and that will also allow you to get to the ball faster if you just grab this and go. I like that you want to try to leave this for your teammate, but at the end of the day, our number one responsibility here is get this ball to a safe spot. So if that means we have to take the boost, just take the boost. It's not worth it. Your teammate is more than capable of getting pads, and if they want to flame you for taking the boost when it's literally directly in line with the ball, that's, on them. We're not going to dodge the boost just to leave it for him and make the play on the ball more awkward, because our play on the ball is more important than leaving the boost. This is fine, then. Ooh, that's tough. This is so hard because your teammate's still fighting for it, so we want to be patient, but at the same time, he's not doing much. You can probably swing a bit wider here, just a little bit. Like, I would probably still get this pad, but instead of turning on this pad, I would turn, like, slightly after it, so that we're back here, and be, like, here around now instead of in the net, because then, again, from here, we have the option to go, and then when we see this touch, we would already be here. Facing forward, driving forward, we could go. The problem is you are driving backwards, so now you're at a dead stop. So now you can't really generate the momentum you need to get out to this ball, and it's what causes you to be beat. If you were just continuing to drive forward here, you would be able to now just go full speed. You'd have this ball for free and it wouldn't be a problem. So that's like the slightest difference in that rotation. Is do we turn in slightly too early, or do we turn in at the exact time we need to? And that's really the big question, and this is like super high level, but it's just all about assessing how dangerous is this position. Well, it's certainly not really that dangerous right now. Teammate has a free touch, so I don't need to worry yet. Like, sure, there's a 50 coming, but it's not going to go into my net yet. Still not going to go into my net. This is fine. Teammate's still over there, though, so I'm not going to dive. Now I dive. It's that slightest difference in how long we take to make that rotation that's going to decide whether or not we can get to this ball. And unfortunately, we turn in a little bit too early, causes us to be at a dead stop, and it means we can't get to the ball. As you guys can see, recognizing space simply comes down to awareness. Then you know where the space exists. At that point, it's all about just utilizing that space to the best of your ability to make the best play you can. So in your own games, make sure you guys take the time to increase your level of awareness so that you can utilize the space that's available to you. Of course, thank you everybody so much for watching. I really do appreciate each and every one of you who made it to this point in the video, and I do hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. If you did, make sure you click that subscribe button right down below, so you make sure you don't miss any future Rocket League content. Additionally, once again, if you're interested in some one-on-one coaching of your own, or perhaps you just like to be a bit more involved in the community we're building here, feel free to check out my Discord, which is again linked down in the description. And as always, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. See you later, guys.